Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Sousou no Frieren episode number 28 reaction, and this is the final episode of this season. So the previous episode, it was the final exam to become a first class mage, and it's nothing like you don't have to it's not like any type of practical exam. It's basically an interview, a personal interview, and the person who will be doing this interview or who will be conducting this interview is Zaria herself, and she kind of mentions how there's a lot of people got qualified this time, so she's going to see whether they're worthy or not, and she starts failing everyone up until Frieren comes in, and she and Frieren has a lot of interesting conversations, and one of the conversations was how Seria looks at the world in the basis of what is important and what is not important or what is not wasteful, and he calls Frieren's flower bed magic as wasteful. However, Frieren mentions that, oh, but it is the one that brought me and Himmel together and my group, and that's why we were able to defeat the Demon King. All that stuff. And Frieren mentions how she is going to pass Fern because she's talented, and she exactly does that because Fern was able to realize the fluctuations in her match. Now, here's one thing I kind of misunderstood. I thought throughout the episode, I thought that Zaria wasn't good at diminishing her, controlling her magic power, or she isn't good at controlling it. That is why it was wavering, and that is why it was so big. You know, I thought that she wasn't as good as Frieren, where Frieren can literally bring it down to like a minuscule amount, while her is so big. That's why I thought she isn't able to properly do it. I later realized reading the comments that that's not the case. She is diminishing the magic, and it's even better than Frieren. However, she diminishing her magic, that amount is the amount that she has been able to brought it down to. So that means how huge her magic power is if she doesn't diminish it. If she lets it go, it'll probably like just cover like a whole, like, I don't know, like 1 kilometer like area or something. Probably that's how huge it'll probably be. I don't know. So yeah, but and Fern was able to realize that even she was able to see through that. That is why she passed her. Either way, let us see what happens today, how this season ends, and yeah, let's see. So let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Okay. Right. All the other people that she failed, I'm guessing they have failed. Then who are left? I feel like Yuval will win, or will not win. Why am I saying win? She will pass this test because I don't know. I get the feeling that she is able to, what Zaria talked about, like once imagination restricting themselves. I feel like Yuval doesn't have that. She can think so freely that she was able to cut Zenze's, um, that hair part. I feel like that is why, seeing her, I feel like she might actually say that Yuval passed. Other than that, her, I don't know. I'm not sure who else she's going to fail and who else she's going to pass. Yuval, I feel like I'm guaranteed, I'm sure that she will pass. Let's see, like if my guess is correct or not. Others, I'm not really sure. It's a mixed bag, I feel like, but I think I'm pretty sure that Yuval will pass this. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay. Oh, Denken, yeah. Oh, please, I want Denken to pass. Wow. Hmm. Oh no, so I believe. Ooh. Oh, after talking to Fern and Frieren. Wow. I immediately abandoned the idea. Ooh, nice. There you go. Yep. Oh, here we go. There you go. I knew it. Like I said, her imagination. She can, and she's not afraid. Like all is in favor of her. Okay, who's this? Oh, this guy. Yeah, Land. What? Is this a illusion? Bruh. Wait, really? Oh, that is absolutely insane. What? What the hell? Hey, I wasn't expecting that though. What in the. Hmm. Yeah, logic. Pass? Ooh. Hmm. Okay. She's gonna pass. I feel like it. Yeah? Bruh. Yep, she passed. Why are you here? Oh, I thought she also went in. Bumper crow. Wow, she literally passed everyone after meeting Fern. Wow. Yeah, but these two, Lavine and Kanne, they can. Hmm. Yeah. Good. What was she buying bread? Cookies? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh, nice. He just feeds everyone. He just loves feeding everyone. Oh boy. Well, Stark also eat up. Yeah. Hmm. The way he said that. She's like, wait, what? Fern's face. Oh my god. Uh, Probably not. Hmm. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's very young. Oh, Northern Plateau. Ah. Ah, then he could have tried. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, wow. Damn. Okay. Grimoire. All the grimoires. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Rules, yeah. Damn. I thought about it. Hmm. I doubt he was trying to kill them, but wow. Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna get one spell for since they are like class one mages. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, okay. He probably grew up hearing those stories. Yeah. Wow. Damn, these names. Hmm. It was probably like, yeah, trauma for them, literal trauma. Okay. Yeah. Whoa, what is that? Oh, yeah. Like how much of an influence he was. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Less exciting adventures. Oh boy. Hmm. It isn't only good. Hmm. Yeah. Oh. Oh wow. Hmm. Yeah, there's still people like that. Hmm. What? Oh, bring Stark in. Wow. Why is she smiling now? But Stark can come in. Ha! What? She's like, oh, thank God, I can. Yeah, she's like, thank God, I can go and just chill. Oh my God. No, Stark can go. What? Oh my God. He could have gone with them, with her. Hmm. I wonder what Fern will get, like what she'll ask for. Fewer than 50. Hmm. Oh, it's the that thing. Hmm. Oh, this dude, we saw him in the very first. Yeah, he said like, this is oh, he's the one who. Yeah, I just realized that. I just realized that now. He was the one who allowed Frieren, wasn't he? Yeah. Peaceful doesn't suit you. Damn. Hmm. Wow. Yeah. Great match film. Hmm. But Frieren will. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting this. Stark is like, what the hell is going on? Waste of time. Mm. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So why did you why did you call? Mm. Yeah. Mm. Wow. Remember, she remembers every one of them, even him. Yeah. Okay, what did she get? Ask her, please. Okay. What did Fern get? Wow. Okay, I'm pretty sure he was like helping everyone like while he was here. Yeah, that's why everyone knows him. Hey yo, who are you? That old man. Kind of like Himmel. Yeah, come on. Oh no, is it going to be something very normal? What? What? Okay, please, come on. Really? What? Like magic to wash your clothes? I wondered the face Saria made while she gave that to her. Oh wait. Oh, bruh. I can just imagine. Right. Oh, these two. Oh my god. Uh, hmm. Yeah, you have a long life ahead. Quick goodbye. Hmm. Oh, people. Hmm. Hmm. That's why it's not goodbye. Hmm. Wow. Okay, I hope we get a announcement. If not now, maybe I'm sure we'll get a sequel. Like this has been extremely popular. In no way are they not continuing this. Yeah. No, where's land? Oh, land is just it's craft. Zion. Wait, who's that? The older lady that Zion always wished for? It would be embarrassing. So that's why she's not telling us goodbye. There you go. She's not telling us goodbye because we'll meet again. Season 2. And there you go. The journey to end continues. Yeah, we're definitely getting a season 2. I don't know if that was intentional, but that would be actually pretty damn like intelligent if that was like an intentional thing in the end where Frieren was like, oh, it'll be embarrassing when we meet again. Because I'm pretty sure that was intended as at us the audiences. That's why she didn't say goodbye. Because we'll meet again. Which means we'll have another season. Okay, anyways, right, that was today's episode, the final episode of Sousou no Frieren. And that was great. And I'm like 80% sure we're definitely getting a next season. Okay, you know what? Let me just check. If there's been any announcement. Let's see. Frieren. Like, even if there's not an announcement, I'm sure that we're gonna get it soon enough. Nope, there isn't any announcement, but yeah, it's just a matter of time. Because yeah, first of all, in the end, it says the journey to end day continues. That's the number one hint. Number two hint, like I said, Freedom literally tells us that it'll be embarrassing. So I'm not telling goodbye. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sure we're getting one. And like, here's the thing. This is one thing that was actually bothering me, and that was a kind of a bit concern for me, is that usually Madhouse doesn't do sequels. I'm pretty sure you know that. Usually, I'm saying usually because there has been exceptions. Overlord is one big exception. You know, Overlord. I think how many seasons? 3 seasons. I reacted to the latest season. Like Madhouse is still doing it. So that is why there has been exception, and I think there has been another exception, which is Black Lagoon. Even though Black Lagoon was had 2 seasons and there's no sequel third season, but there has been exceptions to it. But it is true, most of the shows, as you see, like Madhouse doesn't do sequels. That is the only concern I had. But I feel like Frieren has been so popular that even if Madhouse doesn't do it, I'm sure some good studio will take over. But Madhouse's contribution to the animation and the way they presented the story was absolutely amazing. And I feel like it'll be a big mistake if they don't continue this, and let some other studio take over for. I doubt that is going to happen. So I'm sure even though Madhouse doesn't do sequels, I'm sure they'll make an exception for this. So I am like 80%, 70% sure that Madhouse is going to continue a sequel for this, because like this is definitely getting a sequel. This in no way is this not getting a sequel, since this is so popular. And yeah, so that's what I think, at least. Like, I'm sure Madhouse will continue this. Let's just wait for an announcement. I'm sure we'll get an eventual announcement. Either way, yeah, that was this episode. Overall, Frieren was an amazing, like, journey. We've been watching it for 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. Literally half a year, every week. And yeah, it has been amazing. 28 episodes, and this has been really good. So overall, like, yeah, like this has been a really good journey of, like, like animation wise, storytelling wise, story wise, character development wise, every single thing has been so good. And it is a very well balanced show, I would say. There's a lot of slice of life elements, and there's quite a lot of like fantasy, action, everything. you know you could say this show has a good balance with every single thing. It has some crazy power scaling, but they don't go crazy with it. Like the whole story is chill. It's so chill that you kind of don't expect the power scaling to be this crazy. Like literally monsters, as we saw, like Zarius power, we got to realize by the end of it, Zarius power is just so damn big. Like it's absolutely insane. When we saw Frieren showing her true potential, we were surprised. And seeing Zerie suppressing her magic is the same as Frieren, so I could just imagine her power. And it will be absolutely something crazy. So yeah, the power, scaling the power thing is absolutely insane, but they don't go crazy with it. They're very chill with it. And that is very interesting because, like shows with characters this strong usually kind of go towards the direction of battles and constant, fighting. This show doesn't do that, and this has a very good balance about the fighting. When it needs to do the fighting and the action stuff, it goes through it, and when it doesn't need to, it doesn't go through all of that. And that is why I love this show. Like, this is the thing. Like, this is why I kind of prefer these type of shows more than the typical shonen, because shonen is good. However, I feel like sometimes some shonens just go like doesn't know when to stop. Like it just keeps going with the whole like enemy comes, hero fights enemy gets defeated, hero gets stronger, and a stronger enemy appears again, hero fights enemies, enemy gets defeated, hero becomes more stronger, and this continues like non-stop, absolutely just like completely, like making the whole thing stale. And that is why I really prefer shonens which have all these stuff, crazy power, crazy actions and stuff, but it also pays attention to the other things. Maybe some other thing alongside it, like you know like a few other shows. I'm not going to mention them, but there's a few shows that even in the shonen department I absolutely adore, and I used to watch them. I'm pretty sure, you can guess a few of them, but yeah. So that is why I love Frieren so much, because it knows when to stop. It knows when to just stop and just take like a very nice little break, and then we have these crazy sections, like literally we had the whole Frieren's clone thing, and then we had a few other battles as well. So yeah, it's like that. It's very chill, and at the same time it also shows this part pretty well as well. So yeah, it's just, that is why I like it so much, and I'm actually so glad that this show actually was able to become so popular, because I feel like we need these type of shows to be more popular. Every single year shonen's dominating the chart, it's I feel like this is so much required for the usual, shonen, like in every single shonen show just winning automatically every single thing, and all, people just, I feel like this was required, and I hope this continues, and more shows which are not shonen, and shows like this um become more popular, and kind of top the charts. I want this because like there needs to be like a change in this whole formula of just yeah. So another reason why I'm so glad that Frieren is at the place where it is now, and I hope it gets further and further. And I feel like one of the biggest reasons why this was possible, obviously the story in itself is absolutely amazing, but Madhouse's contribution to it has been really good as well. I feel like along with Frieren and story and everything, and Madhouse's animation, this made it this popular. If one of them was missing, it probably wouldn't have gone to this height. Like I literally saw My Anime List now. It's at 9.3 rating. I don't think I've ever seen a show that high, isn't it? Even Full Metal Alchemist is 9.2 or something. Wait a minute, let me just check. And I'm pretty sure there was a time when Kaguya-sama was able to top that. Like, but Kaguya-sama was also never able to reach 9.3, was it? I think so. As far as I can remember, Kaguya-sama was like at 9.2 or something. But like I'm seeing now, it's 9.2, and I feel like it might actually get even higher. Yeah, 9.3. I feel like it might actually reach 9.4 or something later. But like later. So yeah, and I hope this stays. But it's a seasonal shows, but so it's a bit difficult for it to stay there. A lot of other shows will come, and I'm pretty sure Full Metal Alchemist will again just like go on top. But still, has been crazy popular, and I hope this continues. And yeah, I'm just glad that these type of shows are getting more recognition instead of just the same thing over and over again. You know, so yeah, there you go. So that was Frieren. Like yeah, I'll make a separate video talking about Frieren. Maybe later. I'm not going to go into more details because I feel like a separate video is more required to talk about the show as a whole, because there's a lot of things I have to discuss and I can talk about. So I'll make a separate video on it, maybe like a 15-minute or 20-minute video later. For now, let me talk about this episode. So today's episode was basically right free after Fern goes, Zeria passes almost everyone. I think everyone she passes, and you can see that she changed her mind of looking at. She literally tells Duncan that like if this was me from before, I probably would have failed you, but I can see that you still have that flame within you. So yeah, you know what, you pass. And I was pretty sure that she would pass Yubel, because Yubel is just like her imagination. Just what can I say? It's not constrained. She can imagine, and that is how she was able to defeat Sensei. So I was pretty sure that Yubel is going to pass, and yeah, exactly that's how it went. She didn't even ask her any questions. She looked at her and she's like, yeah, you pass. And she's like, what? Just like that? You're not going to ask him a question? Zeri was like, yeah, you think I need to ask you any questions? Like, I'm pretty sure you also thought that I'm going to pass. Or something like that, she says, which kind of implies that, yeah, it was already predetermined that she would pass her. So, there you go. And then there was, all the others that came later on as well. All of them passed as well. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, and I think what I feel like her decision of failing Lawine and not Lawine, sorry, Lawine already failed before. What's her name? Kanne. Yeah, her decision of failing Kanne, I can understand it, because yeah, Kanne isn't really ready if you think about it, because Kanne and Lawine did contribute, but if you think about it, most of the time they were helped by other people. Like the first test was Frieren, then the next test was literally like our whole group. So in that sense, yeah, I can see her and Lawine not passing because of that. Who are the others that passed? Verbal. For Verbal, I would say that since he has experience and he has went through all of this, and Zaria said herself that where is that part? With a single look, you realize you couldn't beat me in a battle, and that's not because you're afraid, but because your logic and your brain told you. So yeah, you pass. Unlike Kanne, who got afraid by looking at her, that is why she decided that she won't win. He actually didn't get afraid, but he logically thought that, oh yeah, she's way stronger than me, I cannot defeat her. Kind of like that. And also the fact that he has a lot of experiences and everything. She asks her, what spell do you like? And he's like, oh, there's no spells I like, because spells are actually used for harming people. Why would I like something like that? Which was the one that sealed the deal. And she was like, yeah, you pass. Okay. And Methode, I didn't know how she would judge her. because we barely saw Methode. But obviously, Methode, I think she, the fact that she was able to go against Fern's clone shows how strong she is. And, like, she has this very, I don't know, like a very calm vibe to her. And, unlike Kanne and the others who got afraid, she didn't be that. And she just came here, and Zaria was like, she was like, what did you think after coming here, after looking at me? He said, oh, how small and cute you are. Oh boy. So yeah, she also passed. There you go. And yeah, that was that. So wait, how many passed? Fern, Denken, Jubel, Wirbel, Methode 5? Am I missing someone? Oh, I forgot the other guy, Land. Six people. Land wasn't even here. That was the most surprising part of this episode. Like, I expected him to bring, like, illusions in. That I expected. I didn't expect him not to be even here. You know? Throughout this whole test, he was just back home chilling. You know what's funny? I'm sure everyone must have thought once in their life that, oh, if I had like an identical person, or like someone who looks like me, or like a clone that I can make, I would just make him do everything. Like go to school, do my things, and I'm just going to stay at home, like drinking tea and probably watching television. I'm sure every single, like, I wouldn't believe you if you say that you have never thought of that. I can guarantee you every single person in this world have thought of that at least once in their life. You know. And that is literally what Land has done. He literally did that. He just stayed home and he's like, yeah, my illusions can do it. Go. Just and he had so many of them that he was able to like trick every single person. So even his illusions had illusion, like not like that, but he made sure that like there was like one illusion which acted as like the main body, and the other ones acted as illusions. So he had to keep one alive, and even if like one of the illusions like got destroyed, he could just send another one and say that, oh, I was somewhere else. Like it's that easy. But obviously, what's her name? Zaria immediately got that, and she's like, "Yup, you weren't even here. Like, what are you all about? You think I'm going to pass you? You didn't even set foot in the exam." So, and in the end, she was like, "All right, you know what? Whatever, you pass." Right. So yeah, that was funny. So that was the exam, that whole section, and then we have the next part where after Fern gets and all of them passes, we get the next section where we get to see more about Himmel's past. A little bit verbal talks about Himmel as well, and we get to see like if we are interacting with a few people. Okay, Verbal being one of them, and Verbal kind of talks about how he heard about Himmel, but only the things that he heard about from the villagers were small little stuff that he used to do, not any heroic tales or anything. So he's like, I thought that what the hell? He's supposed to be a hero, like what are these? But then when his village got attacked, he realized that that little thing was so important. And how people, like, these small little things kind of add up, and these small little things are also important. That's why he helps people whenever he sees people in need, similar to Himmel. And yeah, and he kind of tells Frieren that like, just remember that goodbye, death isn't the only goodbye. Yeah, and he leaves. Okay, so Frieren then thinks about her past, and thinks about the same thing when I think, who was that? Asen, yeah. He's the one who asked Himmel that, oh, like like we should be fighting the demon lord. Like, why are we doing these small things? The more important things we have to do. And Himmel said that yeah, it is small little stuff. These deeds won't change the world. However, I won't ignore those in need right in front of me. And like good, like another interesting thing is that he mentioned right in front of me, because he knows that he cannot help every single person. He's just one human being, so the people in front of her who are in need, he'll help them. And that is all that we need to do. And like if more people like Himmel are, and if people get influenced by Himmel, and more people like him, you know are there in the world, for example Wirbel, you know then yeah, if every single person helped the person in front of there, if they are in need, then nobody would be in trouble. So yeah, that kind of thing. So do your part, basically that. In front of Himmel, if there's someone who is in need, he's going to help them, even if it doesn't isn't going to do anything to change the world or anything, but small little stuff. It adds up. So yeah, that whole part. There was also another part that happened before this. That was Denkin's part, where Denkin talks about how he had so much, like he was just concerned, not concerned, but he used magic because of political stuff and everything. Even his wife was, because he had like a political marriage, I think that's what he says. Wait a minute, let me just check. Yeah, here we go. She was the daughter of a frontier noble of the northern Plateau who was defeated in a political dispute. um yeah, back then I was in need of both wealth and influence. Those were the only ways I knew to save her. Okay. Yeah, and he says like when Zeri established the Continental Magic of Association, began offering the privilege, it was just after my wife had already passed. So it was late, you know. I never felt more powerless. And then he says, like, like it's ironic these days I could entire nations around. Yeah, but I have no need for it. Um, yeah, for me, magic was a tool and resolve political disputes. And he says, like, Frieren was the one who was able to reignite my flame and, make me remember the fun that I had, why I started, like, take why I took up magic. And he also says that, it was Frieren was my like inspiration. She was the reason why I took up magic and something like that, which makes sense because Frieren is a mage. Obviously, I'm sure he has heard about Frieren a lot, and in his childhood, and how she went with the heroes and defeated the demon king and everything. So he got influenced by that and probably started magic because he found it inspiring and fun. And then this happened. He had got into this whole thing of politics and everything, and he forgot the fun in it. Yeah, and I feel like this scene is very important because we see in this scene how he says that back then, like when I really required all that power, I had nothing. When after my wife passed away, that is after that Zaria made this association and all these things, and now I have this much influence, this much power. But I don't have anything to use it on. What am I even doing with all of this? And it makes sense why he is just so like so what can I say, like he has this way of looking at magic, not this way, but his viewpoint is like similar to Frieden, like learning magic because it is fun, because of this, because he literally he has been using these for the magic and everything for political reasons and everything, and now he's one of the most influential people, but he has nothing he can use it on, like literally nothing, no family, nothing. Yeah, so something like that. It's just, yeah, like what can I say, like this scene was very, like I don't know, it seems very such a normal scene, but it has so much, like I would say like deeper uh no, no, I don't know the exact word, but it has such deeper meaning behind it, because yeah, he kind of like I guess I can, from this scene I can say that it kind of shows that small little things, um yeah, it sometimes we just forget to in in the different things that are happening, the more important things that are going on in our life, we sometimes forget the small little things that made us probably, you know, love that particular thing, and we forget that. And yeah, something like that, because yeah, stuff like this happens when you think that, oh, you love something, you take it up as like a, I don't know, like a hobby, and then maybe somehow it can become something more important in your life, like maybe it becomes your profession, and then you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. If this is my hobby, I love doing it, and it's become my profession, so yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. But then you, little by little, you realize that, like, it starts burdening you, and you forget how fun it was when you took it up for the first time, and you just forget it, it just washes away, and you just become, just like, oh, same old thing kind of, situation. But then now here it's similar. The exact same happened to Denken, and now when Frieren came and Frieren, like, showed him, and told him that, reminded him of that. He got reminded that, yeah, you know what? There was a time when I actually enjoyed this, but now I have so much influence and everything, and literally have nothing to do with it. So he remembered that, and yeah, like small little joys in life, we might forget them, but yeah, it's important to keep them in mind. And yeah, okay, so either way, and that was that. And then there was, like, I talked about the wearable scene. Oh, this scene, the final scene with what's his name, Le okay, wait a minute, what's his name? Member of the Continental Magical as well. Lenin. Okay, so here we go. The whole thing with Lenin. So he thinks that since Zarya will never remember him, he thinks that he needs to do something that's going to, like, that's going to make Zarya remember him. Where's that part? And he doesn't want Zarya to be alone. Here we go. I don't want to, I thought that he was going to say something like, oh, please take care of Zarya, or something like that, keep an eye on her. But I didn't expect him to do this, where he was like, I don't want her to be alone in the future. Yeah, I don't want her to be lonely, even if it means going down in infamy as the killer of the legendary mage Frieren. Yeah, so basically that, I can understand what he was going for. So basically he says that my master, since she's an elf, she's going to live forever from here onwards as well. And like, students, with just a blink of an eye for her. So, like, she's not going to remember me or anyone. And by the looks of it, it seems like, like, Saria is not going to take any other human apprentices. But she just said that. I'm sure she's going to take more, like, like, students, because, like she says, like, every time she knows that this is going to happen, but she still takes human mage apprentices, because I'll talk about that later. That was another interesting part of this episode, where the conversation between Zeria and Frieren. So I'm guessing Lennon thinks that, yes, since that is going to happen, and she'll just forget me, she'll be lonely, and she will not have and this is going to continue from here onwards. Even if she gets more students, they'll also die eventually, and this is going to continue. She'll always be alone, she'll always be lonely, nothing to for her to remember, or nothing to make a mark on in her heart. So that is why he's like, if I defeat Frieren and kill Frieren, then this will be a crazy thing, and she'll forever remember that, and that's how she won't be alone. Like, it's a very, like, like a, like, twisted logic, but I can understand what he was thinking. And that's why he tried to attack Frieren, and Frieren's like, stop it, like, you people who just fight, you fighting mages, you guys are a pain. Like, you guys can talk to each other and just always, like, like, keeping stuff to yourself. And she said, there's no need for you to do that, she'll remember you. And yeah, this is where we have this conversation where Frieren literally asks her that, you said that my flower magic is useless, and you have like a flower bed yourself, which you use magic on. Like, what's up with that? She asked that, and Zarya says that, here we go. Honestly, Flamme was a failure. Despite all her talent, she failed to reach my heights. And you can see here she says that, yeah, I taught many students after her. Most died without reaching my level. But it is strange. And she remembers, you can see, like, all these people. Even though she probably doesn't remember their faces properly, because the first person that we saw, she couldn't remember her face. But she remembers her and the magic she was doing. So they were my students I chose on a whim. Yeah, like she doesn't remember their faces. That's why the faces are blanked out. But she remembers them. But I can Here we go. But I can clearly recall each one's personality and favorite spell. Yeah, and but she does remember Lennon because he's just here with her. So she remembers him. That's why his face is there prominent. But I can clearly recall each one's personality and their favorite spell. And I love this part where she says that this part is really, really, like, beautiful, where she says, for some reason, okay, yeah, she says she never regretted taking any students. Not this part, the part that comes after this. Even if they never made mark on the history. No, where's that part where she says, oh no, I misread it. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, I misread it. While reacting, I misread it. You know what I read? I read that she said something like, I can remember each and every personality through the magic that they had. I think that's what I read. Like, I didn't read it properly. This part where she says, I can clearly recall each one's personality and favorite spell. I kind of misread this part and I read it in such a way where it seemed as if she said that I remember each and every one of the personality through the magic that they used to make. Something like that. That's why I was like, oh wow, this is such a beautiful, like, statement that she said. But no, that's not what she said. But either way, that's how I saw it. Anyways, yeah, scratch that. That was just me reading, like, differently and something. I wasn't able to read it properly. That's why. Anyways, but yeah, she says that, and she says I never regretted taking any students. There you go. So yeah, and she has never been able to express that to Lennon. Neither has Lennon being able to express his, like, his true feelings to Zaria. So it's just, that's why Frieren's like, oh, she's just a kid, like, child. It's like true. We both are quite awkward, both you and I. Yeah, and there you go. And later on, you can see that Stark has also been helping out people, just like Himmel did. Like the whole place knows him. Yeah, and there you go. Okay, this part is hilarious. I was like, what is? I kind of guessed that she was probably going to ask for something that's very, like, normal or something, and that's exactly what Fern did. But I didn't expect it to be something like washing clothes. Like, she said, like, oh, I need something to. Wait, what was the exact thing that she said? Okay, here's the part. Spell to make clothes clean and spotless. Yeah, this will make laundry a breeze. Wow. And I was like, oh god, I could just imagine Zaria's face at that moment. And you can see Zaria's face is like Frieren, like completely. She's like, expected to be something like this. Whatever. Here you go. Oh no. Yeah, and then the final part where they talk about goodbyes, and like Himmel used to say that, oh, like, I don't say goodbye because it's a long life, maybe we'll meet each other. And if we meet each other, then it'll be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? Since I've already told goodbye to them. That's why he doesn't say goodbye. And yeah, I don't know that the ending was, I don't know if that was like a little clever thing that they did where Frieren said that, where is that part? She kind of smiles and she says that, yeah, it would be embarrassing when we meet again. I don't know if that was like a little clever thing that they did where they hinted that, oh, season 2. That's why Frieren doesn't tell us goodbye, because we'll meet again. Right. Anyways, yeah, that was today's episode. Great episode. And yeah. Now let me just go through this episode scene by scene. I went to a detailed discussion. I talked about almost everything. So let me just see if I missed something. That's just what I'm going to do. Okay, first scene is Fern coming in and her saying, "You pass." Okay, then the next scene is Denken. Okay, is there anything that I missed here? Oh, no, she just says that, oh, you're like a lot of people knows you have a lot of influence and everything. Yeah, and she says that, like you are old. You don't have age with you. If you came to me a long time ago when you were young, yeah, then you've been something. But now I would have failed you, but I won't. And then she asks him that, what does she ask her? Do you feel differently now? There we go. When you saw me, you thought about how you'd fight me, didn't you? Yeah, and that's why she said that, oh, you still have that fire in you. So, okay, you pass. Right. And then we have Yubel. And she's like, yeah, you pass. Yubel's like, we haven't even spoken yet. Do we need to? I guess not. Yeah, they don't really go deeper into why she passed him, but I think it's pretty obvious. Like I said, two reasons. Number one, her imagination. She doesn't have that restraint. She can imagine a lot of crazy things, so that makes her very strong, because that's literally what magic is. And then another thing is that the fact that she didn't get scared looking at Zadian. She probably was thinking about probably something similar to Denken, how to attack her or something. I don't know. Like like what to do and how to go against her or defeat her, something like that. He was probably thinking. Yeah, these two are the reasons. I'm pretty sure. And then comes in Iland, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, this part. I kind of misunderstood at first when she says like, "Oh, is this some kind of a joke? You didn't even come here." And I was like, oh, haha, funny, this is his illusion. And then the other Wirbel comes in. I'm like, oh, there you go, there is the real Wirbel. And sorry, why am I calling him Wirbel? Sorry. Land comes in, and I was like, haha, like, like illusion, funny thing. And then there's the other one, and I was like, yeah, that's the real one. He's here. And Zadia says that you're not even here. And then I realized, wait, this one is also an illusion. He's nowhere here. He's literally not here. He's just there in one village or something. Just. Yeah, and that's why she said you've never even put your feet on the examination ground. Oh my god. That came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting that. Not even you will noticed. And he's like, alright, you know what? You have guts. Okay, you can pass. Oh lord. And Wirbel, like, she talks about all the, like the stuff. Yeah, how he realized that he couldn't beat her, but it's not because of fear. All that stuff she says, and she asks him like, "What is your favorite spell?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't have any. It's a thing to harm people." And then we have Methode, and Methode's like, all she thought looking at Zenze was like she's small and cute, and she's like, okay, you know what, whatever, you pass. Oh boy. And he let us tell Zense that, you know what, Sensei, I'm sorry. I said that this year was bad. We have a bountiful crop this year. Okay. So all the ones who have gotten, like, who have failed, like Schneider, I think that was his name or something like that. I've forgotten his name. And Ere. And then we have Lawine and Kanne, they can again, like, come back later. And yeah, and it is true. Now that I think about it, all of them that failed, they need more courage. Like, definitely. Like, I can see that. They're not really ready for being a first class mage. So yeah, they can continue. Obviously, next year, 3 years later, I'm sure they'll come and they'll be a lot better. Okay. And you know what? Another thing, the fact that they, like, Zadie was the final, like, person who judged them. I doubt 3 years later that's going to happen. I doubt that's going to happen. So it'll be a bit easier for them, I guess. At least in that sense. Anyways, yeah, either way, that was that. And then Denken kind of thanks Frieren. He's like, you helped me out. I can now go back and visit my wife. Okay, then we have the next scene of um, the next day. Denken meeting um, Fern and Stark and what was her name? I forgot her name. That girl, the girl that like La. I've forgotten her name. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you can understand that girl who's always with Denken, and the one Denken feeds all the time. She was also there, and yeah, they're having this conversation. I love how Stark, when he realized that he's actually an Imperial mage, he's like, "Oh, what?" I love Stark's the way he kind of reacts to stuff. This part is so funny, where like all of them sits down, and they're like all eating, and then Ken is like, "Oh, you also eat," and Stark starts eating, and then she's like, Fern, who is this guy?" After eating and everything, he asks that question. And then when he introduces himself, he's like, "Oh, okay. It takes a while," and then he's like, "Wait, you're Imperial mage?" It's funny. The way he reacts and everything. Okay, anyways, she talks about all that stuff about his wife. I discussed about that thing. I'm not going to repeat all of that. But yeah, he talks about, like his wife and everything, and how back in the days he had nothing, but now that he has everything, he has nowhere to use it for. So yeah, like, small little things in life. He lost the joy in magic, but after meeting Frieren, he has got it back again. And he also says like Frieren was my inspiration for, taking magic up. And Fern says you should tell it to her yourself. She'll be happy. Okay, and then we see Frieren taking some grimoire, and here we can see a lady, all the oranges drop. You can see Frieren kind of thinks about it, because she has her things there. She was probably thinking about, oh, whether I should go. If I have to go, then I'll have to put this down first and then go. And she was probably thinking of all of that. Within that time, Wilbur comes and helps her out, and Wilbur and Frieren talks about it. And Wilbur talks about how Himmel was a big influence to him, and talks about his village, how his villagers always talked about Himmel, but all Himmel did was small little things. But then, and he always thought like, what the hell, just because of this, everyone talks about him, like I haven't even heard any other stories. But then he realized when the the demon's army attacked, that yeah, these small little things, how important they were. And he says that if Himmel the hero hadn't even come to my village, I doubt it would be still there, whether he saved the world or not, because they, like, Himmel gave those people courage, and like he helped them. He was like a symbol for them. So like I can just imagine something where, like, maybe like if Himmel didn't go to that village and like help them out and did all of that stuff, if that didn't happen, when the demons king's army came and attacked their village and destroyed it, the people probably would have given up, or something like that would have happened, but they kept going because because of, I guess you could say, Himmel's influence, and how everybody remembered him and his courage. And I don't know, I see it like that as well. Here we go. If Himmel the hero hadn't come to my village, then I doubt it would be there. Whether he saved the world or not, it doesn't matter. My village wouldn't be there. Yeah. Those stories of Himmel, less exciting adventures, were what guided me here. Yeah, so, small little things in life, yeah. It's important. I feel like that's like literally the whole theme of this episode. Like small little things, small little joys, small little things like helping people who are in front of you, all these things. They all, just add up. And it might seem that they're not of any use, but it does change someone's life here and then. And I guess it's kind of interesting to think about as well, because it was that one small little thing, like that mage, the flower bed that Frieren makes from using magic. It is also another small little thing that brought Himmel and her together, and Himmel's group and her together, and they fought the Demon King. If that small little thing didn't happen, the Demon King probably wouldn't be defeated. So these small little things, it might seem that it's not important, but it is some way or the other. That's the thing. And yeah. Okay, and Rebel tells goodbye to Frieren, and yeah, and then Frieren remembers the past where Aizen asked Himmel that why are you doing this? We have more important things to do. At which Himmel said that no, even if this won't do anything, I still want to help people who are in front of me. I don't want to leave them be. Okay, so that was that, and then we next get to see Frieren. Fern tried to bring Frieren with her. Brought Stark in with her as well as guests. I love how Frieren was like making this weird face. He was like, I have to go there again. And then outside, she was just smiling, like little smile. She was smiling, and I'm like, wait, why is she suddenly happy? And then they say like, oh, Frieren has been banned from here for 1,000 years. And Frieren's very happy. Frieren's like, thank God I don't have to see her face again. Oh Lord, that's funny. That's why she was smiling. And she leaves along with Stark. Okay, and this is where Laren comes, in. Oh, before that, Frieren talks about how Fern might become an even more, like a important person here, even more than her. And yeah, like she has that. And she's now a first classmate, so more so. Okay, now after that, Lenren, I think that's his name. Yeah, he comes in and he talks about the whole thing. Talks about how he doesn't want Zarya to be alone, and that's why he wants to do something to make do something so crazy that it's going to remember. She's going to remember that, and she wants to do something like this, where she's yeah. I don't want her to be alone in the future. If it means going down in infamy as a killer of legendary remains feared. Okay, one thing I'm going to see here, things happen so quickly I wasn't able to pay attention. What was the spell he used? I feel like he took something from the light post. Wait a minute. Okay, so Frieren brings out her thing. Lennon also brings out his staff. Like a dark mass of something. Wait, didn't he use... Wait, didn't he do something to the light? I feel like I saw something like that. Am I... Wait a minute, let me check this scene again. Oh, yeah. Oh, so what the hell? The light dimmed, you see? So did he like take something from the light or something? I don't know. Or did the light just dim because I don't know. Yeah, I think he took the light or something he did. I'm not really sure what he did there. Either way, yeah, that was a very strong spell. And I feel like he could have defeated Frieren. Yeah, he could have, because he is like a big deal. And the fact that he was able to see Frieren's fluctuations makes me think that if they dueled, he would have defeated Frieren. He's one of them. So yeah. Either way, Frieren was like, no, like you don't have to do that. Zarya will remember you. And he thinks of the conversation that she had with Zarya, and she asks her, like, if you don't like these insignificant things, why do you have a garden which you made through magic? And she says, like, like, I've never told this to anyone, but I remember each and every one of them, their names, their personality, and yeah, I've never regretted taking any students. And she leaves, and friends like, yeah, all these like bunch of kids, and that's why she said, like, yeah, Zarya is literally a kid. Cannot be honest with her feelings, and neither can this guy. Yeah. Okay, later we see everyone saying goodbye to Himmel, not Himmel, sorry, Stark. This old man. The path of warrior is long and he always says these things to Stark, and yeah, you know what? That was funny. I love how there's literally 2 episodes where he just came and was just standing beside Stark and was just saying random stuff. And he's like, what is he talking about? Who are you? I don't even know you. But anyways, he helped so many people. Everyone knows him now. Yeah, kind of like Himmel. And there you go. And then they move on, and Frieren's like, what spell did you take? And she's like, oh, a spell to do my laundry. Haha, that's so I love how Frieren is so proud. Frieren is like this, proud, and Frieren's patting her head. Right. Anyways, yeah, and Zaria's face was she's just given up. She was like, yeah, I expected something like this. So there you go, your magic spell. Then Kanye and Lavina comes and tells goodbye, and this is where Frieren asks her, like, why are you so, like, easy with goodbyes? And she says, like, because she remembers what Himmel said, that it's a big world, but there's a possibility of us meeting again, in our lives. So yeah, if I say goodbye now, it'll be embarrassing if we meet again in the future. So yeah, so it's basically hope that we'll meet again. Because of that hope, he doesn't says goodbye. And yeah, and that's what she remembers. And then we see everything. Okay, you know what? Let me check what happened after that. Eisen is still there in front of his house. Then we see a few scenes. Kane and Lawine still on the bridge. Oh, this oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Lernen? Yeah, he is with Ere and Wirbel. And Ere is, I don't know, like talking about something. And yeah, over there, Richter, Denken are just having tea. And we see Methode and that other girl, what's her name, Edel or something, yeah, and then this other dude, the one who went alone, I think, yeah, he has failed obviously, and he's also going back. Okay, Yubel is walking alone because obviously the the land with her was just an illusion. And it's funny, that would mean that, like, even if, wait, does this mean even if she would be able to empathize with land, she wouldn't be able to get his power because it was an illusion? Does it mean that? I don't know. I'm not really sure. If the original body is required to be present for that, I don't know. Know what? Yeah. And then we see Kraft. Then, oh my god. Zayn, yeah. No, what is his name? Zayn? Yeah, Zayn. Zayn is there, and there's some lady with an umbrella. And I remember him always saying, like, he wanted like an older lady to meet an older lady or something. Maybe if you, like, look on your right side. Oh boy. And then we have the flower bed with the grave. Yeah, and Frieren smiles and says, like, oh, it'll be embarrassing to say goodbye. So there you go. No, it'll be embarrassing if we meet again. So yeah. And to be continued. The journey to Ende continues. Yes. Great episode, great ending. And yeah, hopefully we get a quick announcement of an upcoming season. I doubt we'll get a quick announcement, but I'm pretty sure it's happening. So yeah. And there you go. That was it. So that was my reaction to Sousou no Frieren episode number 28, the final episode of this season. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. I was gonna say I'll see you guys next week. In the next video, new animes will be replacing all the animes that have ended. So yeah, see you guys in the next reaction series. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.